guys, WisteriaMoon here, and today, Club Geoz is back. So folks, I know it's been a while since I posted, but I decided to make a little comeback because this is one of the biggest updates to happen to Animal Jam Classic in a long time. Basically, Animal Jam brought back Club Geoz, which is nostalgic for a lot of us. There's a bit of a lore element behind it, so I'm going to be explaining all of that shortly. But first, I gotta do a quick plug of the socials. Y'all know how it is. Be sure to follow my Animal Jam and personal Instagrams, WisteriaMoon and Life of Wisteria, which will be linked below. You should also follow my Animal Jam TikTok, Real WisteriaMoon, for some funny memes, and join the Club Geoz Discord server, which is my personal Discord server rebranded. I'll get into that a bit more later in the video, but for now, let's hop back to the main topic. So admittedly, this update did happen a while ago, but since I've been traveling, I haven't really had time to cover it until now. It all started when these lines of power appeared by the fountain in Geoz Township. Then we got some mysterious messages from Graham and Liza in the Geoz Journal. I'll go ahead and read them for you now. So as you can see here, we've got lines of power, and Graham says, lines of power not seen since the eclipse many years ago have reappeared in Geoz Township. The readings I've managed to take indicate that the lines of power are being activated by a power outside of our world, and it's tangling them up. I can't help but think the phantoms have something to do with it. Oh, okay. Getting right into it. All right, let's see what Liza's got to say. Strange power. With the lines of power reappearing so close to Night of the Phantoms, we alphas believe the two events are related. Graham and Greeley appear that the power within the lines is weaker than it was preceding the eclipse, but we asked jammers in Geoz Township to remain cautious nevertheless. Signed, Liza. So the interesting thing about these messages are the references to an outside world. Now, I'm going to give some credit to my good friend and fellow Jambassador, NOT for helping me to understand this lore better. She helps run the Animal Jam archives and explained a lot of the things to me that I would otherwise be clueless about, so shout out to her. Anyway, the outside world reference is heavily implied to be about the mobile version of Animal Jam, Play Wild. Up until now, Play Wild has barely had any lore to it, unlike its predecessor. But I think it's going to be more of a focus in the coming months, given this recent update. At first, you wouldn't really think the outside world reference was related to Play Wild. I mean, there wasn't enough information to come to any sort of conclusion, really. I should probably fact check this, but I believe these 2 pages of the Geoz Journal came out back when the power lines by the fountain were the only update. Then, with the following update, new pages came out that elaborated on the parallel world idea, along with the appearance of Club Geoz and a bunch of other stuff. So the next big Geoz Journal page we have to review is this Phantom Takeover page. Here it says, Phantoms rule. We have taken control of the lines of power and use them to twist up Geoz Township like never before. I hope you guys appreciate my failed attempt at reading that. So this is basically the Phantom's way of bragging about the fact that they tangled up the lines of power that were exposed over the past few weeks, resulting in Geoz Township's rearrangement. Then that led to Club Geoz reappearing, the pillow room being moved, and some other details, which I will be going over shortly. Next, we have a page from Peck talking more about the rearrangement of Geoz Township. Tangled lines. Geoz Township has been rearranged. We think the Phantoms did it by tangling Geoz lines of power, but we really need Greeley's help to figure it out for certain. Where is he? Signed, Peck. Now, this is where things get real interesting. So according to Peck, not only has Geoz Township been rearranged, but Greeley has disappeared. There aren't any clues in the Geoz Journal about his whereabouts. However, there are a few hidden gems scattered about Geoz that tease his whereabouts. The hidden gems come in the form of notes left by Greeley himself. Shout out to Astralium and the AJ Archives for helping me find the locations of these, because they're pretty tucked away and I probably wouldn't have found them all myself. I'll be showing all the locations and contents of the notes on screen here quickly, but I won't be reading them out loud since there are a lot. Feel free to pause or check out the AJ Archives article link in the description of this video to read everything. In summary, the notes reveal that ancient power lines run beneath Geoz called lines of power. They can be activated by astronomical events like eclipses or by the energy of animals working together. Club Geoz was originally destroyed by the lines of power activating during the solar eclipse in 2017. Now, for some reason, the lines have reactivated and brought Club Geoz back. Greeley seems to think that the Phantoms brought Club Geoz back by mistake while attempting to target a different dimension. As we know, Phantoms can travel between dimensions as seen in the Phantom Dimension, a parallel dimension to AJ Classic's Geoz. But now Greeley thinks that the Phantoms have drawn their energy from and are focusing their attacks on a world never seen in AJ Classic. That's right, it's Animal Jam Play Wild. Greeley also mentions that there are 2 facets of Geoz energy that are also held within its resonance. Light and dark. He states that the residents of the new world the Phantoms are fighting must use both their light and dark energy to fight off the Phantom invasion. Even though this fight isn't happening in AJ Classic, there's something else going on that we're not quite sure about. Juno's statue in Belush is now glowing yellow, and Greeley wonders if their presence has moved somewhere else. This implies that we may see Juno emerge in Animal Jam Play Wild at some point in the future. Although it's not confirmed, we do at the very least know that the 3rd wall has been broken in AJ Classic, seeing as they're now aware of the existence of the Animal Jam Play Wild world. It also turns out that while Greeley is missing from AJ Classic, he's actually present in Animal Jam Play Wild and is in fact just chilling in Geoz Township. Now, a huge component to this story lies in the Animal Jam Play Wild game, as that's the world being targeted by the Phantoms and where the light and dark energy fight is taking place. I'll briefly mention that in Play Wild, a new game has spawned, like Simon says, that allows players to fight for Team Light or Team Dark to defeat the Phantoms. The amount of games that players win for each side affects the light versus dark energy bar, which will determine which energy type the Phantoms are beaten with, which will have different outcomes in Animal Jam Play Wild. That, however, is a whole separate topic since it involves another game. If you guys would be interested in watching a video on that, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll continue once more with the AJ Classic update. Anyway, that's about it for the lore we know of in AJ Classic, but I do think it's pretty interesting that the parallel Animal Jam worlds are being acknowledged officially within the game. Even though the light versus dark fight isn't happening in Classic, we have an item set dedicated to it, and we also officially have Club Geoz back after years of players begging for its return. So now that the backstory has been explained, I want to give a little hands-on tour of the new Geoz Township. Alright, so upon first impression, Geoz Township is completely normal, pretty much just decorated and all vamped up for Night of the Phantoms. However, as you start to peruse your way down, you'll notice that what used to be the Pillow Room has now been officially replaced by Club Geoz. Let's go take a peek. Literally nothing has changed, so you know, maybe it's not the most impressive update ever, but I don't know, for me the nostalgia is strong with this one. Like, oh gosh, I've just always loved this little DJ booth detail and the photo booth. It is such a vibe. Now, I went to a dead server to record this, but I definitely plan on checking to see if it's popping in some of the more active servers. For now though, let me head back out to Geoz Township to check out the rest of these changes. So the power lines are still visible by the fountain. I don't really know what that means. I have seen a couple theories on TikTok that this arrow is pointing towards a certain direction on the map, but I don't know if that means it's pointing towards like Temple of Geoz or Crystal Sands. I have no idea what's going on with that, but the arrow patterns are definitely interesting for sure. And we still have Alpha headquarters here, the Soul Arcade here, the Diamond Shop here, but there's actually been a bit of a rearrangement up here, which is now the new home of the Pillow Room. So this is really fascinating. I guess they had to redesign the Geoz Township map a little bit for this. I was told at one point what inspired this layout, but I kind of forgot. Anyway, the Pillow Room remains largely unchanged, but yeah, those are our big changes. I know, honestly, it doesn't really seem like much, but considering AJ Classic hasn't been updated in literally years, I'm impressed, folks, all right? I'm impressed. So I've decided to make my way over to Alden, which still remains the most popular Animal Jam server. Luckily not everything has changed in my long absence. Geoz Township looks pretty poppin', although not as social. This is a weird vibe, folks, not gonna lie. Anyway, let's check Club Geoz, shall we? This better not disappoint me. And it disappointed me. Wow, that's crazy. So I decided to check out the next busiest server, Asara, which actually took me a hot sec to get into. So yeah, I thought that there would be at least someone in here, but I guess unless people get the party started, it's not really the happening place. I'm a little bit bummed about this. I kind of wanted Club Geoz to be the next poppin' spot. I haven't really checked the new Pillow Room to see how that fared with the transition, but if y'all are watching this, let's make Club Geoz and Alden the next poppin' spot, alright? If nothing else, that's the one thing that I want to come from this video. Okay guys, wait, I stand corrected. I went to Brazos and shockingly, there are people in here. There are people in here vibing, so I don't know, maybe Brazos is the happening spot? I still think that we should get the Alden Club Geoz full, but if y'all know the happening spot, by all means, give us the tea in the comments, because seriously, I don't know what's going on with Animal Jam Classic in 2023. Every time I get on, I'm just like, okay. But I'm just happy that I found one poppin' spot. Like, this is exciting. I might check one or two of the other busy servers and see if we have anything. Okay guys, this is actually wild. I just randomly went to Rocky and apparently there's a bunch of people partying in here too. So for some reason, I guess no one likes partying in Alden. I really never would have guessed. This is like the most random thing ever. And also everyone else in here seems to be pretty weirded out by me just dropping in my own video. That's so funny. It's like, what are the odds of being in a WisteriaMoon video in 2023? But here we are. But yeah, I guess Rocky is also a poppin' spot for Club Geoz. Who would have guessed? So anyways, guys, that's just about going to wrap it up for this little Animal Jam update video. Let me know in the comments if there are any other types of videos you'd like to see on this channel in the coming months, because personally, I find it fun to come back once in a while and would love to hear about what you guys are interested in watching. Now, I just want to leave another quick reminder to follow my personal and Animal Jam Instagrams, because I'm way more active there than on YouTube at the moment. You should also follow my Animal Jam TikTok, WisteriaMoon, for some spicy memes, and join the Cool Kids Central Discord server, which is one of the largest Animal Jam Discord servers to date. For anyone that may be confused, the Club Geoz Discord server used to be Cool Kid Central, my personal Discord server. But I had some awesome folks take it over for me and rebrand it as a broader Animal Jam server. I'm still active in there and involved with a bunch of events, so definitely come join, because we're hosting more AJ Game Night events soon with tons of giveaways. The server is basically run entirely by Jambassadors at this point, so we'll have lots of rares on AJ Classic and Play Wild to give away for y'all. So be sure to join. Anyway, with that, as always, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.